Welcome to the Lakeshow podcast presented by Jack in the Box. It's a weekly deep dive in the biggest stories and topics surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. Allie Clifton, Mike Bresnahan, Chris Geeter McGee. Can we start this podcast with what just happened in the makeup room or no? Too much?
I mean, if you think the listeners would enjoy that story.
Is it usable content? That's what Kobe asked me once about a story. Is it usable content?
You know why it's usable?
Why?
Because you guys like to do this thing on here that basically exposes my lack of pop culture knowledge, which is fair. And I'm all in. I'm embracing it.
You're right.
Okay, so I had dry skin. And I was kind of bored in there, and I was looking to lotion up, right? Go ahead, take it.
And we've only been in that makeup room for how many years? At least since
13.
I've been here, which
13.
is, okay, yeah, since 13.
Yeah.
So there is a skincare cupboard.
The company actually existed before you got
on the counter. Yeah. I don't think the setup was that way, sir. Watch it.
13
It has transitioned since I've been here.
13 years.
There is a skincare cupboard on the counter. And then there's this cart that has all of these hair tools, hair products, hair ties, bobby pins, you name it. Hot tools, hairspray, dry shampoo, oil, this stuff called Lay Right, which Geeter has done in his hair all the time. So I'm sitting there getting my makeup done by one artist, by the way. There's two other artists in there. And all of a sudden, Geeter is just lotioning up, just lathering up his arms.
It was weird that it was just coming out like... It was just...
He's pressing the... I got to use my arms for this.
Yeah, big goop in my hand.
He's pressing the pump, so it's like a bottle, and it has a pumper on it. It was, you know, I get it. Looks like lotion.
Yeah, it was a little thin.
Looks like lotion.
I didn't think it was thick enough. But
and all of a sudden, then he takes it up to his neck.
Well, no, I was lathering it up on my arms, and it got really like a lot more.
Oily.
Yeah, so I started putting it on the neck and just trying to find places.
You actually yelled.
And then what happened?
Yeah.
And then I was told, wait, what did you just use that for? And I go, it's lotion. And Marissa and Karina said, it's not lotion. It's conditioner.
It's hair conditioner.
Hair conditioner. And everyone thought it was so effing funny.
Nobody laughed.
And I panicked. All of a sudden, everything felt weird and tingly and smelly and strange, and things were lathered up. And it was a really strange moment. I tried to take a half shower in front of everybody, washing things off. There was no towels in there. It was a very scary moment for a minute.
I probably shouldn't say it on the podcast, so I'm going to wait until after. But there's a line for that. When it's a half shower, we call those something. Oh. I'll let you know. The funny part about all this is about 2 years ago.
But no, here's what the funny part is. They're like, oh, we were wondering what you were doing when you were... I was like, well, why didn't you say anything?
Because it has all hair products.
But why?
You live in a home with 3 women.
What do they think I was just going to put lathering on my hair?
You know what hair products are.
Why is there conditioner in there? Is it like dry conditioner?
And the kicker is there's 3 bottles of lotion on the counter.
I know, and I knew what that was, but it was weird because there's a lot of traffic in that area, and I didn't want to like go around people.
I don't even know why I'm getting so worked up because 2 years ago, this man decided to come in and put hairspray on his hair, and instead he used dry shampoo, and so it all came out white all over his head, and he couldn't figure it out.
Day.
It's like, I don't know, read the bottle.
I thought that was like forever going to damage my hair. That was a weird day, too.
My
hair turned white.
You don't want to damage the lettuce or the arms or the neck. You got to be careful.
Wait till your arm hair starts falling off.
Yeah. Calves are in good shape right now.
Or just slides all over you.
Actually,
you're going to smell good going to your volleyball match.
Pretty good right now because I've
lathered up.
Yeah, I've lathered up. And
could have been worse. Could have been like a toner.
Put a lot of oils
like
and,
a stinger,
and soaps on my arms since, and everybody's happy.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe the ball had lotion on it last night when Austin missed that 3 to tie the game.
I thought that was a good play they ran.
Let's do it.
It was open. Take that shot. I'll take that shot. I don't know. That loss didn't bother me at all. I mean, I thought they battled on the road. I liked the way they played. I thought, like, if you're going to have a game like that where, you know, LeBron has 7 points with just a few minutes left.
Wild.
It's pretty wild. Mm-hmm. Still be right there. I think that's a great sign for the team. A couple individual guys that better, you know, if D'Lo shoots the ball a little bit better, he had good looks. He just missed them. He'll make those. You know, a little concerning with the bench, but they also didn't have a ton of opportunities. But, you know, KD and Booker are freaking good and hit shots down the stretch, and the Lakers were still right there to win that game. I thought it was an entertaining game. Lakers go up 26-8. They look so good. And then really from that moment on, it slipped away for about 17 minutes. They got 21 points over 17 minutes, only 14 in that second quarter.
Tough to do.
And then the fact that they had a 7-point lead going into the fourth, that's what impresses me about this team. Like, they're not out of it. I feel like a couple years ago, maybe you lose that by 20, you know, but they are dialed in right now, and they're playing a good brand of basketball. So I was okay with it.
Yeah, I had no problem with that loss. A, you're on the road. B, it's JJ Redick's first ever NBA road game as a coach, something to remember. And C, I kind of like the fact that Rui and Austin Reeves have really stepped up through 4 games. I love what they're doing.
I agree.
Combined for 43 last night.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron didn't shoot well last night, 3 for 14, if I remember correctly.
I just looked that up, 24%.
Yeah, yeah. So he was off offensively. And I like how those two guys are really stamping themselves as, hey, we're here. You know, things I don't like, AD's minutes are high. He's playing 37 a game. That's easily, if it stays that way, which I don't think it will, it'll easily be a career high, which I don't think you want in year 13 for AD, year 12.
What are his usual
13.
minutes?
Like 34.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So it's a 10% bump, which, you know, he's playing great. I mean, Allie, I laughed about this yesterday with you on the pregame show. Vegas keeps setting his over-under at 26.5 points. He's gone through. He's ripped through that every game.
Yeah.
So when are they going to raise that? To me, that's the easiest bet out there.
He didn't get to the free throw line yesterday, Brez. I think that was the team didn't as a whole, and I think was the difference in the game.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, they weren't getting points from the line and weren't getting calls and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, Phil Jackson once said this: no matter how good the refs are, they're always going to be swayed by a home crowd.
Yeah.
You could have the 3 best refs in NBA history, or WNBA history, or MLB history, because umps can get a little swayed too. But Phil's niche was basketball, NBA basketball. He said no matter what, they're going to get swayed by crowds. So maybe,
the flip side of that is too, because I don't want to sound like, because I thought the refs did a good job.
Fine. They're fine.
There just
They're
wasn't opportunities for the Lakers to get. They just didn't get to the line.
Yeah.
Either did Phoenix. Phoenix only shot a couple more than them, so it wasn't
a big disparity.
Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with the game.
Just a
I was
couple
just
here
saying, like at home,
100%.
they're getting the line a lot more. Yeah.
The NBA came out with their last 2-minute report, which we all know how we feel about this, but nonetheless, saying that Anthony Davis was fouled when you talk about getting to the free throw line by Mason Plumlee. The minute left.
Yeah. Were they down 2 or 2 at that point?
So again, those 2 free throws.
That's big. But like, to me, like it wasn't as egregious as like, and in the moment, yes, like he was totally fouled. But I just feel like there's so much more that went into that. I just feel like I don't want to focus just on that play.
Absolutely
yes, they missed a call, but they miss calls both ways all the time.
If AD makes those 2 free throws, if they're called,
it wasn't Boston. Like when LeBron's literally winning the game,
right? Yeah,
arm gets ripped away. Yeah.
Speaking of other things, obviously JJ taking the blame.
I liked it
post game last night, saying if there's one thing to nitpick, it's probably me pointing to not getting to the blitz, going to fire earlier on Kevin Durant. Obviously, as he kind of pointed that out, so you think about different ways. Possibly, I mean, at the end of the day, too, he's one of the greatest scorers of all time. So KD's going to put you in uncomfortable positions anyways. And then obviously that 14-point second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, not coming down to just that one possession or play down the stretch.
Every game I've ever coached in, whatever, I've never coached in a pro game, obviously, but whatever level, every loss, 100%. And I also have a sickness just like JJ. You as a coach will 1,000% you will think about what you could have done. Where did we go wrong? What adjustment could I have made? What sub could I have made? What this and that? So JJ's kicking himself for the 14-point quarter. Mm-hmm. What could we have done there? Mm-hmm. Why couldn't I have drawn? This the same thing, right? Like that's coaching, for sure. And he cares a lot. I mean, he was intense in the post game, and that's how he carried himself as a player. That's how he carries himself as a coach, and probably that's the attraction, right? That's what people like, and guys want to play for you.
Yeah. Obviously, the road trip continues. They got Cleveland, Toronto, Detroit, and Memphis, but up next, Cleveland on Wednesday. D'Lo and Reeves are on the injury report. Reeves is listed as probable, dealing with a thigh contusion, and D'Lo with low back soreness. He's questionable, so obviously something to keep an eye on. But before we kind of wrap up this and get on to the roster news, what's a stat? It's early in the season. We're 4 games in. A stat that has stood out to you.
I have one. Brez, you go first.
No, go ahead. I'm going to think of one.
Mine's a 3-point shooting. Mm-hmm. They are, 4th in the NBA at 38%?
Yeah.
And if you look at their first game of the season when they shot, what did they shoot, 15%?
Yeah.
Game 1 and won that game. I have been really happy with, because I think we didn't want to be concerned after game 1. We thought, they didn't shoot great in the preseason, but we know this is a good shooting team. They have been efficient. They've been great behind the 3-point line. And that's what my hope was going into the year. So I'm actually really excited about that stat.
Yeah.
AD leads the NBA in scoring. I mean, period.
Great stat.
I mean, he's over 32 a game, and It's outstanding the work that he's done.
I wanted him to be over 30 last night.
Yeah, it was close.
That's why I needed to get fouled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just love the work he's putting into it. Would I like it better if it was in a little bit less time? Sure. But there might be some help on the way, which I think you might get to in a minute, Allie. Just guessing. The news of the day, Christian Coloco. I'll just hand off to you.
You can do it.
Yeah, so Coloco, it's been a month-long process. He and I spoke, today's the 30th. He and I spoke on the 30th, Media Day. And I got him a little one-on-one on the side for about 4 or 5 minutes. And he missed all of last season because of blood clots. And that day on September 30th, he told me, hopefully he'll be cleared within a week to play. The Lakers medical team had cleared him. But it's a big step. Now you got to go to the NBA panel of medical experts. So it's taken an entire month, and he has indeed been cleared to play. So great, because Jackson Hayes is playing about 15 minutes a game, and now maybe Coloco can start to help out too. Completely different player from Jackson Hayes. He is all rim protection. He is all block shots. He was just outside the first round gate when he was drafted in 2022. Played at Arizona. He was 33rd overall. So I'm intrigued to see what he can do shot blocking. And we're talking about a guy who is not going to light up the scoring at all. That's not his thing. At Arizona, he blocked almost 3 shots a game, which is impressive. I don't think he's going to do that here, but it's just another guy while we wait for Christian Wood to get back and hopefully decrease AD's playing time just a skosh, just a little bit.
That kind of goes hand in hand with possibly.
Yeah, exactly.
That for Anthony Davis. I'll just point out, I like Rui from a stat, if you will. We kind of talked about it in the pregame yesterday. His scoring at a career high right now and his rebounding at a career high. And I was just kind of looking at
What is his rebounding at?
He's at 7.8. Last year, Rui averaged 4 a game.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Wow.
That's a big difference. And he's also at point-wise 17.5 a game, which is...
And he's getting points from he's getting on like cuts.
Yep.
Secondary feeds, like easy dunks. He's getting it on his mid-range. He's getting on drives, and he's hitting threes from different spots.
Yeah.
He seems efficient to me. What's his field goal percent? I mean, he's been...
Yeah, I just actually pulled it up. I got you.
Yeah, he's...
He is shooting this year so far 44% from the field.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know what he's shooting from 3?
What?
62%.
Okay, that'll drop.
62%.
The all-time leader in the history of the league.
At 3 makes it 2 for 3.
He's gone on streaks like this. Remember the playoffs?
Playoffs 2 years ago.
A couple years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yep.
All right. Possibility, we see Bronny and Bron on the floor again in Cleveland.
Cleveland is where I think it's going to happen.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was
I'd be
born
shocked
there.
if it doesn't, actually.
I looked at it earlier today. He was born there. He was there till he was 5 years old. Then they went to Miami for a few years.
Shared a lot of time on the court together, following his dad.
Yeah, it's got to happen.
You were there. You saw it, right? Like they're always around, right?
Yeah.
No brainer.
Yeah. Just kind of like what they did on opening night. Just get him in for a few minutes. I think the prevailing wisdom is that once this road trip ends in about a week, he will be back with the G League just in time for them to tip off.
Okay.
On November 9th.
Yep.
So that makes a ton of sense. Come back from the trip and go down and get some real playing time because most second rounders need that. And sure, Bronny is part of that.
I'd like to book a few wins. Feel 3-2 road trip would be great. Come back.
Yeah.
Have a chance to go 8-2.
I was going to say, it's not going to be easy tomorrow in Cleveland. They're 4-0.
No, Cleveland's the one I'd like to
York
sneak. I
last
actually think Toronto's going to be real sneaky, too.
Yeah.
Although Scotty Barnes is out with an eye injury. Okay. We'll see if he's back by Friday.
Did you see him getting that tussle?
Yeah.
With Aaron Gordon and Russ?
He's pretty fired up. By the way, Denver lost that game, or did they come back to win that game? They won, okay. Because Denver's out a real
Russ and Scotty Barnes
start.
got in a tussle. I missed it.
Yeah, he got elbowed in the eyeball. Wasn't real happy about it.
There you have it.
Had to leave the game. And he's out for their next game, too.
Well, the mentality is to not lose 2 in a row. We heard the guy say it last night, so to get back on track, it continues from Cleveland. Lakeshow fans, remember, you can be part of the show each week. Feel free to text us, leave us a comment. I'm not sure where the prompter is going, but we're going to head to break. When we come back, it's around a bucket of brick. Welcome back to the Lakeshow podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you're enjoying the show, you can check out more original podcasts from our Spectrum News journalists on the Spectrum News app. Just head to the podcast section to listen to the latest episodes. You can download the Spectrum News app on the App Store or Google Play. Time now for a round of Bucket or Brick presented by Jack in the Box. We begin with Bucket or Brick. Concerned about Max Christie's slow start to the season.
I'm going to start because I am. Yeah. I was touting him a lot during the preseason. And I heard a lot of good things about him. He was putting in the work. And he was kind of my pet Laker, the guy I was really, really into, and just haven't seen it translate yet. I want to see more of him. I want to see more points. I think the defense is there, but you got to make your shots and you got to make an impact offensively. Hasn't happened yet, and I'm a little concerned about it. 1 week into the season, hopefully we'll look back on this and laugh, Geet.
Well, I'm not panicked at all, but I'll bucket it just because I'm with Brez where I think the expectations are high, and it's more the bench as a whole, not so much just Max. But I feel with Max, like when he's out there with certain players, starters, and he's plugging in, he fits really well. When he's with that bench unit, and he's with Jackson, Gabe, Dalton, and then one of the starters, he's not emerging enough for me as like a guy that's getting his own buckets, and because like Brez said, we need to score a little bit more in that regard. So, listen, he had a great catch and shoot three from LeBron. So like he's doing some things that I thought he would do. I thought I want the impact to be a little bit more, for sure.
And what happens when Vando comes back? Does he take even more time away from Max?
Yeah, I'm curious how that goes. But
as far as
it's a long season, but he's got to find a groove for sure.
Yep.
Lakers have a goal of not losing 2 in a row, as we just touched on. Bucket or brick, they bounce back for a win in Cleveland.
I'm going to bucket this. I actually think they are. They are going to win that game. Cleveland's 4-0. It's time for them to, come down to earth for a minute.
Right.
And I think the Lakers are going to play well.
Brett, we don't come down to earth, do we?
Crossing time zones.
I'm actually going to brick this. I had them losing this when we all talked about first 5 of the year, and I do think it's almost a scheduled loss. Cleveland's good, and they're good at home. The only thing is, LeBron is 4-1 in Cleveland since joining the Lakers.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers cover the spread, but I think they lose a close one.
Okay.
Please don't hate me, Allie.
No.
Cavs have played the Pistons, Wizards, Raptors, and Knicks, but they've won 3 road games.
Yeah. It's a good team. You got 2 great backcourt guys and 2 great frontcourt guys.
Yeah.
And a decent
good team.
Celtics.
Yeah.
Really good team. That's why I picked them in the wins pool, guys.
Yeah.
Bucket or brick on D Wade's new statue in Miami.
Oh
no.
What's the that he looks like Lawrence Fishburne? Yes, I'll bucket that. That it's the worst statue of all time in terms of likeness. I'll bucket that.
Oh my God.
I mean, I love D Wade. It's awesome that he got it. I saw something with Lemon Pepper Lou, Sweet Lou Williams the other day saying
Lemon Pepper Lou.
Lou just kind of sat there and he was laughing. He was talking to Parsons and Beadle, and he was like, who's the guy? And they're like, what do you mean? Who's the guy? Like, who's the guy in statues? That's like, you go get the guy, the quarterback, the best. Where's the best statue guy? Let's get him. Like, what's going on? Like, who are we getting? The guy down the street? Like, it's at the swap meet? Like, what's going on? Like, hey, I'll do it. Like, was there I don't know, some sort of like.
Or if they try to get the Laker guy, because the Laker guy is good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Well,
I mean.
Allie? I mean.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it is the Laker guy.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay, then I'll do.
Wait,
let's
which
delete
one?
This.
Who knew?
Because the guy that they interviewed was not the same guy I interviewed. The Kobe and Gigi statue or the Kobe statue?
I think
I thought they're the same.
I think they are the same.
Because
they also did the MJ statue in front of United Center. So did they do the Miami one too?
That's what we're saying, right?
Okay.
But they're not the same person, because I saw the guy that interviewed for Miami and I interviewed the guy for Kobe. And
Listen, I'm just having fun like everyone else, okay? I'm making fun of the statue because that's what we should do. Okay? It doesn't look like him, but it's an awesome statue.
Here's what I would do. Is it the worst one? No. I think AI is worse.
Because it's little?
It's like 2 feet tall. And AI, I know he was 5'9" or whatever he was, 5'11".
Someone tell me, isn't that their thing? They have these little tiny, like, I feel like they don't.
But yes, he looks like he's 94 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
What do you think of it, Allie?
See, Allie, maybe
I couldn't believe it. And
Allie,
then
here's the deal. It is a husband and wife. So maybe
he's husband at what?
It's a husband and wife that do these statues. Maybe did you get a man or woman that you interviewed?
I interviewed both, a man and woman.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you recognize them. I was going to say maybe you got the husband
by the way,
and you saw the wife being interviewed. Miami.
Does D Wade like it?
D Wade?
Does D Wade like it?
They said he signed off on it because it's on his story.
He likes it.
Looking at it.
Then you know what?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he did
Yeah,
say.
at the end of the day, he has a freaking statue. You're right. He's got a statue.
He's got a
Like
statue.
what? Okay. Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Allie's got 2 statues in Van Wert, Ohio.
Yeah. 2 of them.
I don't. No. All right, let's go. Let's.
What?
Halloween is upon us.
Oh.
In case you guys didn't know, I'm obsessed with Halloween. Bucket or brick, Whoppers are the worst Halloween candy.
I mean, I'll bucket that. It's a terrible Halloween candy, right? I don't know. Is it the worst, though?
It is so gross.
It is absolutely the worst. With the
Yeah, I mean, it's
malted,
just, like,
malt
don't put those
balls.
in there. Like, listen, if you're panicking, dude, just go M&Ms or go Snickers,
Skittles.
right? I'm just saying, if you're in a full panic and you're not sure, just go safe.
Starburst. Reese Cup. My
Go
gosh.
Reese's Cup there, right? Like
King size bars. Just freaking throw it out there.
go
What's the
Kit Kat.
movie?
Go old school Kit Kat. $1,000 ball, $100,000 grant, whatever that was called.
Yeah, $1 million.
You know what you should actually do? Just go
Yeah.
out and buy dollar scratch offs. Just give
Yeah.
the kids some
Did you ever
scratch
notice?
offs.
So when we started
rough.
playing the Alley
is this
game,
a
we noticed
game
that
again?
there's always one
Sorry, Allie.
category that she crushed at, and that is horror. She loves
do.
Halloween.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
She's very good at it. Villains, all of that stuff.
Good. Good start.
It's just her gift. It's what she likes.
my gift.
Yeah, she likes to
What
dress
I
up. All right.
Music.
sound.
Do you hear this music?
I'm
in your
going to say
sleep?
the villain. You say the movie. It's starting out really easy, although
Okay.
you're horrible at movies. So this is why we're combining your best and your worst.
Okay.
Freddy Krueger.
Friday the 13th.
Freddy Krueger. Stop it. I'm being serious. Freddy Krueger.
There's a little picture of him.
It's
too.
literally the easiest one. Freddy Krueger.
Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
Second easiest one. Michael Myers.
A Halloween.
Yes. Yes.
Scream.
Ghostface. Yes. Pennywise.
It.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're on fire.
It's on a roll.
Oh my God.
This is gonna be hard.
Clarice. Clarice. Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter.
What's the movie? Clarice.
I haven't seen this one actually.
There's an animal in it. Not a goat, but
This
a
is kind of before your time. You were
Donkey?
a young kid.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay. Jason.
Friday the 13th.
Nice. Nice. She's back.
Leatherface, dude. This mother
this is
effer is a
impossible.
bad. This guy, you see this guy. This guy, I pissed my pants when I was a kid.
Were we even born
This
when this
guy
was
is a
out?
absolute loon, and he will take that chainsaw and he will cut your face off.
Good hint.
Yeah, he'll
What is
cut
it?
your
What?
face off.
State.
With the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
There
Yes.
you go. Okay.
That's what that movie was? I actually
the
think I saw that.
original
Scarface.
No, that is not Mike
Scarface.
Bresnahan. Okay. That
Not
little
Scarface.
weirdo.
Why
right
am I
there.
thinking Scarface?
Mother.
Oh, because I wanted to be the woman for my last costume in
Loved his
Scarface.
Oh, there
mother.
you go. Okay.
Loved his mother. Very weird. Worked at a hotel.
Yeah.
His name is Norman Bates.
Bates Motel.
Yes. What's the name
Yes,
of the,
that's the
okay.
hotel.
That was the
What was the
Isn't
movie
that the
called?
show?
That was a spin-off of the original
Of the
movie.
original, though. He is
Oh.
an
Yeah, you-
absolute.
Yeah. And there's like blood.
That whole
Psycho?
thing. He goes into the shed.
Yes.
Psycho?
Yes.
Psycho.
Yeah.
That's a movie?
Yes.
You look like a psycho. Oh, man.
Do you know her from The Ring? Oh, sorry, I just gave it away. what an.
Why haven't I? That's the movie Ring. I haven't seen it. And why?
Were you gonna
'Cause
say
that
The
looks
Ring if I said
amazing.
Samara Morgan? Because I didn't know her. I didn't know that name.
No,
would
that
not
looked like
have
some
That's a scary-ass
exorcism.
character, though.
Yeah. Wow, I haven't seen this one. Ring. Wow, I did great.
You did.
We knew,
awesome.
we knew
Yeah.
this would be.
Allie.
Yeah.
Allie.
Why am I
Allie.
saying Scarface? I wanted to be that
Yeah,
woman.
Scarface is not considered a horror movie.
That's like a mafia.
But I wanted to be the woman on
Like
it.
when we do movies about like
Cartel.
drug themes and stuff, Scarface will be in there, and you'll have your chance.
And you'll nail it.
You know what's
will nail
funny
it.
is I actually
No-
wanted
no
to be
to
the
you,
woman
Drew.
on Pulp Fiction until I learned what it was because I haven't seen the movie Pulp Fiction.
You never saw Pulp Fiction?
No. But I heard there's some extracurriculars in
Yeah.
that movie too.
You gotta
Oh,
see
you wanted
that
to be
movie.
What is it, Bergen?
What's her name in real life?
The main character with
Bergen?
Bob.
Yeah, thank you, Uma Thurman.
Yeah, I wanted to be her.
She was.
Yeah.
She's
incredible.
great in that
My
movie.
favorite actresses
Yeah.
ever.
I couldn't complete the outfit though.
Allie, you could be her.
Did you ever go as Kill Bill?
Yes.
No, what's that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
There was
What's
two of
Kill
them.
Bill?
What's Kill Bill, huh? Well,
Yeah. Well,
I don't think we have enough time in the show. So we'll
close
talk
it out.
about it. Yeah.
Hit the music.
Time for trick-or-treating.
Thanks to you for listening to the Lakeshow podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you like what you hear, leave us a rating or a review on your favorite podcast app. Share this week's pod with someone that you know is a real basketball sicko. We want to hear from you. Send us your questions.
They try to sneak him into the variety packs.
Hit us up on X at Allie Clifton at Keto3 at Mike _Bresnahan. Until next week. Sicko, psycho, whatever you want.